Hey fellas and lovely viewers, it's Storm, and today is more of a chill video. We're going to be designing not one but two background character sprites for Enter the Eternity. Today we're going back to our resident Goths. They're iconic, but not these. Not these either, although they're my favorite. I'm talking about Henry's family, the Geigers. As usual, Rain, my creator, uses Paint Tool Sai and a Wacom Intros tablet to create these sprites. Pose references are made on DesignDoll. This video isn't sponsored by any of these three. By the way, any Goths watching? Though, TBH, this is a question for the non-Goths too, but I know this will start World War III in the comments. But it is a music-based subculture, so I have to ask. What's your favorite Goth band? My creator's is Depeche Mode, kind of a controversial statement, but hey. While my creator draws them, let me introduce these two. Yes, their sold as set in the game do not separate. Edzard and Lawrence are background characters in Enter the Eternity, and as said, they're here to visit one of the romanceable characters, Henry. However, unlike a lot of NPCs and non-romanceables you encounter in this game, they both know about the Eternity and magical girls, and non-girls of every type. One of them is even an observer, but you will have to play the game to know which one of them is. My creator and I usually try to focus on a character's personality and world when trying to design them and their outfits, but this time, fuck it, we're following the rule of cool and do whatever the hell we want. I mean, I don't trust my creator with character designs. I mean, he designed me, I could have been made so much better, I'd be a model by now if he did his job right, but anyway, I thought I would let him have fun with these designs, as a treat. So let's just get that out of the way. Their parents were trad goths when they were younger, now they tone it down a little for work. One is a psychiatrist, the other is an office worker for some tech company. But this isn't about Mr. and Mrs. Geiger, this is about Henry's siblings. So the first one I'll be focusing on is Lawrence. I can see why Lawrence made it first on the list of sprites to draw, because Rain is going for a corporate goth inspired look for him. And my creator dresses in corporate goth fashion in real life, so that was easier for him to design. So what is corporate goth? It's when alternative, specifically goth people, have to deal with corporate dress codes because allegedly their style looks unprofessional or whatever, but they still manage to get that perfect edge to what corporations would call an acceptable outfit. Achieving this perfect balance is kind of an art form, really. I can tell you that my creator doesn't really know how to balance it well yet, but he's getting there. Onto Edzard now. Do you know what gothabilly is? I didn't at first, but it looks really cool mixing a 50s bad boy aesthetic with goth fashion. He doesn't exactly represent the style well, but it's inspired of it. He also has the most tattoos out of everyone in his family, which is why my creator gave him a jacket, and I'm glad that I'm a robot and not burdened by the weight of an artistic task. Back to Edzard. So right now, he's not really doing anything. Obviously he's being drawn, but in the story he's a bit lost, pretty aimless as of right now. He's also not sure what he wants out of life or what he should do with it, so he just keeps working with Edzard. I suppose he dresses corporate goth too when he's not working. He also travels for his job when he needs to, and rots at home when he has days off. I can see him embracing a gremlin side too, but I'll leave that to the fanfiction. Oh, I didn't even say what they were doing in Japan either. Obviously they're visiting Henry, but they both have a job that requires frequent traveling, so it lined up perfectly. Lawrence is also here to go shopping. Obviously, there's always a sibling that is terrible with money, and while Lawrence does not make awful financial decisions, I can definitely see him as a bad impulse buyer when it comes to clothing. Speaking of clothing, I would have loved to see a cybergoth character in Enter the Eternity, but alas, oh well, there's plenty of futuristic cyberpunkish game projects to choose from, so maybe I'll find a character to dress in that style in those projects. Of course, you do not have to dress a certain way or whatever to fit a goth label. These are just character designs trying to portray subcultures, and as I said, goth is about music and going against the mainstream media. And I think we're done here. Here are Henry's siblings ready to be slapped into the game. I love how they turned out. Kind of a short video today, but I still hope you like it. Do you want to see more progress time-lapses for visual novels and point-and-clicks? What indie games should I talk about? I also have videos about non-indie games coming out, but I'd like to focus on independent projects. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, you know how all of this works. I'll see you around the internet, fellas. Have the loveliest of days.